looking, good looking. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Okay, so this might seem really just like sudden and kind of like back to back, but today's video is a story time. This story time is like the real tea. This story time is like pure entertainment. Today's story time is going to be about the time that me and my friend got played by the same guy at the exact same time. Had absolutely no idea. But the joke is, I'm not filming this story time alone. Hi guys, again, I have my friend Alia here. Alia does not have a YouTube channel, but she does have social media, so I'll link that in the description box or whatever. So, yeah, we're gonna tell the story about how we got played by the same dude. Let me start from the beginning. Okay, so I was helping her out with her project because we're both in college, and she needed like some guinea pigs to test for the project. So I went to her school, and then after that, basically we went out to go eat, and then we were just talking about like life and stuff. And then a while back, I posted this dude on my Snapchat, and people that know me know that I do not post anybody on my Snapchat.
And we all know that.
Exactly.
So when I saw that, I was caught off guard.
She commented on the snap and was like, who is this? I'm like, I'll tell her in due time. Because my thing is, I don't really like telling people about people that I talk to, because I don't like hyping things up before I actually know there's going to be something. So that's why I didn't tell her.
Which is a good thing in this case.
Exactly. So I know, right? So I didn't tell her. And then that day that we went out to eat, I was like, okay, well, I don't even talk to him anymore. So I'm going to tell her. I think we were just talking about dudes anyway, and then I brought it up. Yeah. And then I was like, so the dude I was talking to, for the sake of this video, we're going to call him Terrence. I was talking to Terrence. I was telling her everything about him. I was like, oh, he's this, he's that. But he's really whack. He's so whack. And I was telling her that. And then...
Well, yeah, so she was going on and on and on about this guy. And I was just sitting there quietly, listening, being like, okay, sure, yeah, tell me more. When did you guys start talking? You know, just being like a supportive friend and all, you know, no emotion whatsoever. But the whole time, as soon as she opened her mouth and said, oh, you might know this guy, he used to work at Mimi's, his name is Terrence, I died inside. Internally, I was like, oh shit, oh my god.
So literally, it was just like a big puzzle, and then me and her were just like putting all the pieces together. Literally, the things that she was telling me was like making sense. It was like, here's the biggest one that made me mad. He told me that he was going to the Mavericks game with his homeboy.
I'm the one who took him. Not only did I take him, I bought this dude's tickets and picked him up and drove him. Like, I treated him like a fucking princess.
I was offended, number one. Oh, and I was just annoyed. I was like, how dare you?
And to backtrack, the whole reason he started talking to Benet, the whole reason he found her was because he went through my phone and he like snooped through my Snapchat, found her Snapchat, and I guess like remembered it and then hit her up later that day. Because when he first started talking to her was the same exact time that we and him first started talking. So we were getting played like from point A to point B.
And had absolutely no idea.
No.
Whenever I realized that he came from Mimi's, I asked him, because I have another friend that worked at Mimi's. His name is Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Shout out to you. Oh, shout out to Anthony, too, because Anthony be watching all my videos. Anyway, so I asked him, I was like, yeah, do you know Alia and Aaron? He was like, oh, yeah, I know them. And I was like, oh, those are my good friends. I said good friends. And he was like,
we're like a trio. We're like a squad.
Exactly. He was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So he knew. So I'm just thinking, like, okay,
he knew us. We hung out after work.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, so either he's just an idiot or he just doesn't care. But
probably ain't nothing
at all.
Nothing at all. Moral of the story is girls rule.
You're right.
Yeah. Whoa.
Even though I did not date this boy, thank God for that. But you know how like in the beginning of relationships or just talking stages in general, you know how they have like that honeymoon phase, which usually lasts like through the entire talking stage and then like a little bit of the relationship. Our honeymoon stage literally lasted like 3 days.
But it was probably 3 days of just gold.
That's what I'm saying.
Gold.
Oh my god.
This dude is like the best actor of all time because he would tell you everything you wanted to hear and then some.
He needs to win an Academy Award because
we almost played.
I really did. Thing is that shocked me is because like he really did play me. I can give him that. Like I was fooled. Y'all have absolutely no idea. Like this boy tried my life.
I was about to throw everything out the window.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything. Come on, Terrence. Really? You didn't think we were gonna find out?
But low key, if we didn't go to Chick-fil-A, we probably high key would never found out. Probably.
I know. That's the scary thing.
That's the. When we found out,
we spent like we were together 5 hours from when we found out. We were together from 5 p.m. till like 10 p.m. just talking about what our plans were. We had this elaborate scheme to like.
We were gonna high key. We were already talking about like popping up on this dude. Like, we were like, okay, so you're gonna talk to him here, and then like I'm gonna pull it back there, and then I'm like, we were like on some cheaters type stuff.
Yes. Oh, so, yes. Exactly.
And basically, I texted him a novel, but he blocked me.
Pretty sure he blocked the both of us because the same thing has been happening to my text messages.
The crazy thing is that he still has both of us on Snapchat. He's always like in my first top 10. That's what I'm saying. He's always in my first top 10 to watch it. Like, he doesn't see anything wrong with what he did. Like, ooh, I highlighted the F out of my face. Ew! I'm high-key gonna use that as a thumbnail.
Bet.
That was cute. But anyway, I'm sorry. It's just every time I keep trying to stop, I just have more things that come to mind. And you know what pissed me off so bad was that from the very beginning he made it a point to let me know that he was not like these other dudes.
And when you had no hoes on the side, that he was the only girl you was talking to.
Like the first or second day he made me that he's never met a girl like me.
I'm sure he said something.
That's what sorry y'all, my camera stopped. But I was eating it all up. Like pizza.
And it was delicious.
Delicious. It was delectable. I've never been so charmed in my life. I've never had somebody run game on me like that and me fall for it. Because normally I don't even like giving dudes the time of day. Sorry y'all, camera stopped working again. Where did we leave off on? Oh yeah, giving him the time of day. But the thing was, it's crazy because he would text me more than he would text her, but he would hang out with her more than he would hang out with me. And I was like...
Yeah, I wouldn't like hardly ever get texts from him. Ever.
And he'd be blowing my phone up. He'd get mad at me if I don't text back, and I'm just like...
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he really did.
I'd have to wait like at least 2 hours before I get a reply.
What? Girl, literally, it would be like 3 or 4 minutes, and he'd be like, you're taking too long, and I'd be like... And literally, there was one night where we were supposed to hang out, and I was pissed because that day I went to go do my cousin's makeup, and I was like, okay, after I do my cousin's makeup, I'm gonna go see him. So I went to my cousin's house, and I was like all dressed up and stuff, and you know, they asked like where I was going after, and I was like, oh, I'm blah blah blah. And then so I'm in the car at my cousin's house, and I'm like about to leave. Sorry, and I'm like, I texted him, and I was like, so like, what are we doing? Like, where are we going? Literally, weak excuse after weak excuse after weak excuse.
Sounds familiar.
Right. It was literally like, he made 2 excuses that really pissed me off. The first one, he said, oh, well, my folks are home. What would you like me to do with that information? And then he said,
are you being held prisoner?
That's what I'm saying. You a grown man. Or actually, no. And you know the crazy thing is, he told me he was 20.
He told me he was 19 and that he turns 20 in August.
Are you freaking kidding me? Is your name even Terrence? What are you lying for?
Terrence.
I'm saying you're not even a minor. So what's wrong with you?
19 and 20, like.
That's what I was saying about him flaking on me. He said that, one, his folks were home, and then he said that he had a meeting that he had to be at 8 a.m. Whenever I was texting him, it was 8 p.m.
And keep in mind, this guy doesn't have, like, a fancy job or anything. He's not even in school. All he had was, like, a part-time job, and then he would be home for, like, 75% of his life.
But by that time, he didn't even have a job.
So, like, what meeting at 8 a.m. are you going to?
That's what I'm saying. Meeting for what?
We work at the Y.
I was annoyed. Was he still working at the Y at that time, or did he already quit?
At that time, because he quit, like, right about this time this whole thing happened.
Well, I got to say, unless he lied about that too. Okay, so yeah, he said my folks are home. And then he said, yeah, the meeting at 8 a.m. Like I said, whenever I was texting him, it was 2 p.m. And then, sorry, what? 8 p.m. Sorry. And then he was like, well, I told him, I was like, okay, you're a grown man. You don't go to sleep until like 1 or 2 o'clock. You know, the way he would talk to us, he would call me like later at night, like a little after midnight.
I was just thinking about this.
Go ahead.
When I would get home, he would FaceTime me, and we would talk till like from like maybe 9 p.m. till about 10ish or 11, and then he would pull this card every night. He would pull this card on me and be like, oh, what time do you have class in the morning? Oh, okay. It sounds like you need to get rest for it, you know, get your sleep so you can wake up on time. And I'm like, no, I'm cool. Like, I don't ever sleep till like 2 a.m. anyway. He's like, no, you should really get your rest. It's really important. I want you to be successful in life. And of course, I would swoon and I'd be like, okay, all right, sure. And then I would go to sleep, and he would call her around like 11 p.m., like right after. So,
well, whenever I told Ziggy that, she was screaming because I was like, what? One day, okay, because okay, so he really likes my, like, whenever I wear my afro out, he really likes my hair. So at night, every single time I do my hair at night, he always calls me and he like watches me do my hair. But there was one night in particular where I was doing my hair, and then he told me, I think he told me to call him back, or he said he was gonna call me back, and then it was. By that time, it was like an hour had passed, and I texted him. Dude, smooth opened up my message and did not reply. And he had his red receipts on. I'm just like, okay. So then I posted on Snapchat. I said, dude, smooth ignored me. Literally, like 30 seconds later, he FaceTimed me, and I didn't answer. He FaceTimed me like 6 times. I really didn't answer because I was on the toilet. But he FaceTimed me 6 times, and then, like I said, I was doing what I was doing. So I called him back. And then he didn't answer. I'm like, okay, you're childish. Because I literally, after I left the bathroom, it was like 1 minute later, 1 or 2 minutes later, and then I called him back.
That's not even nothing, because sometimes he would FaceTime me, and I wouldn't be able to get to the phone in time, and I would call back. You couldn't even count to 5 Mississippi before I would call back, and it would ring until it failed.
I called him back. Like I said, he didn't answer. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going to play this game with you. Good night. And then he texted me talking about someone will answer next time. Y'all already know that it was on and popping. I cursed him out, told him to have a lovely night. And then he texted me the next day, which I will include screenshots of this. He said, are you down for the cause? You still down, you still down, you still down. Time was always an issue, so that's why they broke up. But whenever we were on FaceTime, he told me that the reason he is the way he is because in his last relationship, he felt like the female. He was always the one that was like, oh, my camera's a little crooked. Okay, he said that he felt like the female in the relationship,
and that he was the one that giving like all the affection.
Yeah, he said that he was the one.
This dude can't even look you in the eye. Like if you'll be like talking to him, trying to have a conversation, he can't even look you in the eye. He'll be like this, like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how you know he a liar, because liars can't look people in their eyes.
I should have known from the beginning. There were so many red flags.
And that's what I'm saying. I didn't think anything of it. He said that he felt like the female in the relationship, he was always the one making plans, and she wasn't really trying to talk to him. I'm like, but how? If you just said that you didn't have time. My camera like kept stopping, so I don't even remember where I left off.
It's been like 25 minutes at least.
We kept trying to find solutions, but whatever. Moral of the story is that these N-words ain't ish.
At all.
At all. If y'all ever wonder why I don't have like no boyfriend tags, no boyfriend does my makeup, no boyfriend voiceovers, it's because I ain't got. But yeah. Okay. If y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to comment and subscribe. Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. All that jazz will be in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.